Durham University's 90-day Jumpstart program. My name is Joseph Anderson, and today is day 19. Today we're going to talk about career. Now, when you were a little kid, you probably often heard the phrase, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Well, guess what? It's time to make that decision. It's time to decide right now what it is that you want to be. What do you want to accomplish in this life? And we've talked about mission, we've talked about purpose, we've talked about education, we've talked about quite a few things. But in the end, with your career, what do you want to do? What do you want to be known for? What do you want the rest of your life to be about? Now, if you don't know whatsoever what you want to be right now, that's actually okay. Today I want to talk to you about a few different things that can help you get to the point of understanding and knowing what it is that you want. But there's a couple things to consider first of all. When you're really thinking about a career, what is important about a career? Well, back when I was serving in Nauvoo as a young performing missionary, we had the opportunity to have Kim Clark come and speak to us. And he told us one of the main purposes of a career is to be able to provide for your family. So how much time do you want to be able to spend with your future family? Because your career will play a role into that. Now granted, I believe that you can have balance in all areas of your life, but there are definitely some things that are going to be easier to do than others. If you want to have a lot of time with your family, then there's going to be certain careers you might want to avoid. I'm not going to tell you which ones. That's for you to kind of decide for yourself. But when you really think about it, what do you want a day in your life to look like? I mean, what would it look like if you decided to become a teacher, for example? Would the amount of money a teacher made provide for you to a lifestyle that you're satisfied with? What would it look like to be able to teach people on a daily basis? What would that feeling be like? On the other hand, what would it look like to be a lawyer? And to go in every single day and, work and study all these cases and then have to go and, do stuff in the courtroom. I mean, when you really close your eyes, I want you to imagine just for a second what it is that you want to be. And as you think of that particular thing, what does a day in that life look like? I mean, you wake up, you go into work, or maybe you work from home. And a lot of people do that. I choose to work from home. You start your work. What impact is that making? And as you really allow this, you can feel free to pause this if you need some more time. But as you really allow it to play out in your mind, it's amazing the visual picture that you can get. And you can do this with any single career. And I believe that there's a sense of almost rightness that happens inside of our body when we're on the right track. Now, I'm not saying that, for everybody it's just going to be like this magnificent experience where Heavenly Father just say, "Hey, this is what you should be." I think sometimes He always lets us make our own choices. But there's definitely certain areas that we'd be happier than others. There's certain people that wouldn't be too happy being in a cubicle all day. I'm one of those. I've been there. Now, what would your life look like if you did choose this career that you're thinking of right now? What would your financial situation be like? Would you be able to travel to places you want to travel? Would you be able to live the lifestyle that you want to live? Now, as you really think about those things, there's so much more to this conversation. I mean, if you really think about it, I want you to imagine, well, not even imagine, another great idea that you can use. Well, let me ask you, what is the best way for you to decide what is the best avenue for a career that you can take? Write down a few suggestions, because you're the expert on your life. Now I'll throw out a couple for you. Number one, you can go shadow people. Remember in one of the courses that I did in college, they actually had us go shadow people and see what a day in their life was like. I mean, if you're interested in becoming, no matter what profession it is, find a friend of your parents or somebody that is an alumni from your college. A lot of those people are really willing to help, and talk with them. Just try it out. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of RM University's 90-Day Jumpstart program. We hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great day.